and welcome to my channel. So I'm going to be doing a reading on Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. Um, if you want a personal reading for yourself, my link tree is in my bio. But other than that, let us go ahead and get started. I just have a bunch of collections here based on how I feel. I'm going to start off with this one, and my first question is going to be, what is the current status of their relationship? Because I've been kind of interested in that. Obviously, they're not being shown together as much because they're done with the Wicked promotion. Oh, I forgot to light the candle. I don't really need the candle lit. I'm left-handed, excuse me. I don't need the candle lit, but I like it. Makes me feel good. Cool. You want the incense too? Maybe we should have the incense too. Let's do the incense as well. That's bright. That's so bright on the camera. Never mind. It's fine. I don't need it. There. It's there for aesthetic purposes. Yay. Okay. So let's see. What's the current status of their relationship? All right. Okay. Okay. It didn't achieve what I wanted. I'm changed for the worst. That's funny. Not funny like that, but it's funny like, you know that song I've Been Changed. Um okay. They feel like they're sort of blaming each other for how it was received. They got their monies, so they're content in that way. Well, obviously, like there are hurt feelings here. Not romantic, I don't think. Okay. They thought they could create magic together. They thought that this could be beneficial in a much stronger way, that this could even push both of them into opportunities that would even involve each other. But that didn't happen. Yeah, that did not happen. There's a loss here. They feel like they've lost each other. It's like with Erivo, it feels like a more potent loss. With Ariana, it feels like I've been through this before, kind of thing. Just like this hurts, but you get back on the horse, because what do you do? Yeah. Oh. Okay. Okay. I was wondering if you guys could see the cards or not. You can. Because I wasn't paying attention for a second. So yeah. There's a level of enlightenment here. Learning from the mistakes that they made while doing this. But it's not much. It's not what any person who perceives them to be like unhealthy mentally, it's not as much as that person would want them to achieve. Like they're not going to go outside of, they're not changing. They're not changing. They're just recognizing that this particular thing didn't work. Okay. That's that question. And by thing, I mean like their friendship is what I'm talking about. They thought there was ambition tied to their friendship, so they thought that ambition would catapult them, and it did not. Okay. Oh, my second question is going to be their opinions on how they conducted themselves during the press tours, because that was the topic of a lot of conversation. How did they feel? how they handled that. How did they? Okay. They think they did what was asked of them. They felt like this was something. Okay. They don't necessarily see that they did anything that was too much. It's very much like the theater kids will get it. Like that's the vibe that I get here. Like the theater kids understand. They see the work that we were putting in there and how it was supposed to bring us monetary gains. Like the fact that it didn't go over with the general public doesn't necessarily bother them. Because the theater kids got it. And as a person who was, I suppose, theater kid adjacent, I see why they would think that. Yeah, their perception of that situation is nowhere near as negative as it was for the general audiences watching them. Yeah, they were like, it was creative, it was cool, it was fun, it was nice to do. Glad I did it. No, there's I don't really see much of any regret here. Yeah, I don't see much of any regret. Uh-huh. They said, look, them buku bucks gonna talk every time. Look, that money's gonna talk every time. Yeah. Okay. Didn't see it for that. Right, and what's gonna be the status of their relationship going forward? And then from there, if I have another question that I'm interested in, I'm gonna go ahead and ask for that. That is going. That is going. All right. It's not romantic. I gotta go my own way. I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm doing things differently. I'll create magic with someone else. This is not. Okay, I don't see a complete severance of their relationship, but the way in which it's expressed to the public is going to change. We're not going to see it hardly at all. We're going to question if they even still talk to each other, which they will, just not very often. Yeah. It's not a romantic connection. Like let me just clear that up right now. It's not a romantic connection. But it in some ways does kind of feel like a breakup because they got very, very close, like friendship wise on set. Yeah. They do feel like they have to see, because they feel like they have to change, but it's like you're not changing who you are as a person, you're just changing who's around you. And in a way, they will still consider each other family. That's what I mean by like their relationship is not like severed, but it's just unfortunate because they thought they would get more out of it. This is the Ace of Wands, by the way. They thought they would get more out of it. They thought they would be able to accomplish more. So, yeah, we're not hardly going to see the two of them together at all. It's largely going to be phone conversations, texting, things like that. Award shows, meetups, that kind of stuff. And when they do meet up, there's a high chance that we're not going to see it. Like, we're not going to see like a TikTok video of them like hugging kind of thing. It's not going to be that common. We might catch like one or two, but overall, at most of the events that they attend together, we're not going to see it. Yeah, very, very much this. I'll find another partner in crime to help catapult me, because a lot of this does have to do with their careers, and it does have to do with ambition. Specifically, Ariana, she's seeking something that she feels she did not get in her interactions with Cynthia. Something very, I don't want to say specific, but like a certain image that she was trying to pass off that didn't work. And I can see how that would be frustrating for her, because most of the time she's kind of a chameleon. But even chameleons struggle. Alright, so we do know that Ariana had a very specific ambition in mind. I want to know if there was one for Cynthia, if there was a specific reason why she was acting in that way. Because the dynamic that I saw that they were trying to portray was that Ariana was like sweet and sensitive and soft and needed to be coddled, and that Cynthia was like kind of her like protector, but she was also kind of weak and like not quite protecting in the same way, and that they were being like like I don't want to say it like this, but kind of stereotypical theater kids. So I want to see if Cynthia had a specific objective in mind, or if she was just going back to her theater kid days. Let me see. Right. Is there something you want? Is there something you want? Right. Not really. Vibes. She knows she's good, so not really. She wasn't gunning for anything specific. She has a decent amount of opportunities lined up. She has her pick. This was not a ploy to get noticed by specific people for Cynthia, anyway. It was for Ariana, but not for Cynthia. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she feels like the world is in the palm of her hands. And in a lot of ways it is. In a lot of ways it is. A lot of people are still interested in her. She recognizes public perception with the Black community has gone down because of the how it looks. The Black woman, white woman, I'll protect you. Yeah, I get that. I get that. But ultimately, the money's still rolling in for her. There's no reason for me to do anything outside of what I've done. Yeah, I keep seeing that with y'all too. I keep seeing that. There's no reason for me to be different. All right. Yeah, I get it. I mean, you guys keep getting rewarded for it somehow, so I understand that. Okay. about, because I have been thinking about this question. What people, I don't want to put that right there. What people will catapult them the way that they want it to be catapulted with each other? What people will push them the way that they want to be pushed, or like just like excel them the way that they were trying to excel with each other? Because they thought they hit gold. They thought they hit the pot of gold with each other. What person would actually do it? Let's start with Ariana. This is not the deck I want to use. I realize this is not the deck I want to use. I'm going to use an oracle instead for this, because these are people they haven't tried this with. Let's see. Alright, so it would have to be somebody that she would have to make them feel safe enough to be calm and be themselves, or it would have to be an even exchange. It would have to be the right timing. So it would have to not be the result of a press run. This would have to be a relationship that comes inherently, like it just happens anyway. It couldn't be like, oh, I'm trying to what is she trying to do? Whatever. It can't just be for that ambitious reason. You have to meet this person and be like, this is a cool person. This is a cool person. I want to watch out for them. I want them to watch out for me. And then that brings in what you want. That brings in the notoriety, the respect, all those things. Because Ariana does have talent. She has a lot of talent. She can sing and she can act, regardless of what people say. She can act. But she still doesn't have the level of respect that she wants. She's still largely written off. And this person, how she interacts with them, how it wouldn't feel one-sided. It would feel like two people who are choosing to be in a natural friendship, and it would be natural because she wouldn't meet this person not while she wouldn't, it would be a natural relationship because she wouldn't be doing it for the notoriety. She wouldn't be doing it so other people could see her do it. It would be, no, I care about this person anyway, you know. And then that would bring in what she wants. One more. Yeah. We'll bring in what you want. This is just try to. Oh. Great big love. I don't know if you can see that. So this is interesting because I thought this was platonic, but with this card over here, which says willing release, I don't think it is platonic. This is somebody that, okay, yeah, I thought it was a platonic relationship. I don't think it is anymore. Not with you popping out. This is a mutual love. With that love comes some form of respect. Oh, women are held to such ridiculous standards because, like, with with her staying steady in her romantic partner, will people begin to take her seriously? Which should have nothing to do with your acting talent, but okay. Yeah, that's that's sad actually. Because I don't even know if she wants to do this, if she wants to truly settle down with just one person, or if she's just doing what she feels like in the moment and doesn't really have a desire to like settle down with one person and just stay with that one person. But yeah, if she finds one partner and the relationship looks mutual and genuine and it lasts the test of time, that is when she's going to start gaining respect from these people that she wants to respect her, and she'll be able to get these roles that she's like sort of auditioning for, quote unquote. Um yeah, yeah, okay. So let's see with Ariana. Not no, this is Ariana. Let's see with Cynthia. As Grande who she already is somebody's. Okay. I think this looks romantic to me as well. So it wouldn't come through platonic relationships. This is, but she, okay, and she already is this person's muse. Is Cynthia married? Is she married? Because like I have like the grand so somebody. This is Grand Symphony. This person is. These are not percussion instruments. This person is playing the percussions just as loud as she is. Um, Higher view. They already see each other at such a high level with each other. The possibilities are endless, right? And then there are certain things that she doesn't feel like she's accomplishing, but they're not out of her realm. Is this? I'm not gonna look it up. I was about to reach for my phone, but hers is romantic as well, and it looks like it's already established. This is extremely positive. This is extremely positive. She's already met this person. If she's not married to them, she's already met them. They're in her life, heavy. And yeah, and I guess Cynthia doesn't feel the need to like reach for the kinds of things that Ariana is reaching for because she's content. She's content with this setup. She's content with how things are going in her life. She doesn't feel like she's striving for something in particular. I'm not saying that she's not trying out for certain projects. It's just like she doesn't feel the need to like go through the act of pretending to be a certain type of person or pretending to have certain characteristics in order to get something from this industry. She's very much being herself, and it's rewarding her. Can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that. All right, cool. Cool, cool, cool beans. Well, that's Ariana and Cynthia, and thank you so much. If you want a reading for yourself, link in bio. Otherwise, have a great day.